Welcome to Cook with Gerry. Today we are going to make patties. Now this is a dish that was originally brought to Sri Lanka by the Portuguese, and you may find it in Portugal under the name of empanadas. However, there's been a few twists to this. Now the process of making patties is to first of all make the dough and then make the curry filler and put them together and deep fry it. So I'm going to take you through all those 4 steps, and I promise you, you would have a fabulous time eating them. So let's start. First of all, I have 300 grams of plain flour and half a teaspoon of salt, to which I am going to add 2 yolks of eggs. Remember, yolks only, and I have already beaten the eggs. And then to that I have got some thick coconut milk. Now I made this out of coconut milk powder, but you can take it straight out of a tin should you need to. I pour all of this in, and then it's a job of getting your hands in. Slowly move it around until you incorporate all of the flour and the various fluids. Notice I've got some water to my side should the absorbency of the flour be greater than I'm expecting. I would also need to get a little bit of butter. I will be adding a spoonful of butter. This makes the dough elastic. So let me mix this until I get the right consistency. Now into this I will pour a little bit of water to help me mix it easily. The pastry now gets wrapped in a bit of cling film and then rests in the fridge for about 35 minutes. Hi, welcome to part 2 of making patties, the Sri Lankan empanadas. Now, what I'm doing on this stage is making the curry filler that will go in the patty. So in my pan I have 2 tablespoons full of oil, to which I add the onion, and slowly start softening the onions as we go along. Into this I will also add my potato. Now if you're not all that familiar with finely chopping potato, you could always grate it, and that makes life a lot easier. The onion is now slowly glistening and frying, to which I now add my potato and let it cook a little while. We add the curry powder, and green chilli. I've also prepared very finely chopped ginger and a teaspoon full of chili powder. Now this is optional, this all depends on how you like it. And to that I will also add some black pepper and salt. Within minutes you will find that your tuna curry stuffing is ready and has the most glorious smell. Hello, we are now on the third stage of our patty making session. So I've taken the pastry out of the fridge and I'm ready to roll it. So the first thing we need to do is to dust the rolling surface with flour so that it doesn't stick. Right, so we have our rolling pin. Once again, we need to dust this with some flour as well. So what I have realized is that when I was making this dough, how similar it was to the dough that I use when I'm making pasta. So should you have a pasta machine, I will also show you how to roll this dough out easily. So we take a bit of the dough and start rolling it. As you can see, it's a great way for a small workout without having to go down the gym. Now, the objective is to get the dough as thin as possible. This allows you to have beautifully delicate patties. So I will roll it. Hi. Should you happen to have a pasta machine, this is ideal for making or rolling out the pastry. So we simply set it to 1, run the dough through it, okay, fold it once more and again do it. Once you've done this a couple of times, you increase the thickness adjuster to number 3 and then run it again. And here we are. Once again I'm running it again through the machine. And then I set it to number 5 and run the dough through it, and you'll be happy to learn that the dough is ready for cutting. So we get the cookie cutter and we make several cuts like that. 1, 2, perfect patty skins, ready for filling. So I will take it to my other work area and leave them aside. Now at this point you have a choice. You can invest in a patty maker, which is something like this, and it simply cuts the circle you want. Take it off like that and place it gently on the folding surface, or just a basic cookie cutter gives you the same effect. Welcome back. We've got some beautiful patty skins. Now what we're going to do is to load them with the curry filler. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've cut some of these skins using this little patty stuffer. The other one's a simple use of a cookie cutter. So let's start with the one I did with this white patty cutter. So the first thing I do is you need to make sure it's got flour on it so it'll come out easily. Place your patty skin on it. You shouldn't put more than 2 teaspoons full of stuffing because that will stretch the patty too much. Okay. Then a little egg wash around the outside so that the seal is nicely made like that, and then close the patty nice and tight. Once you've done that, you should be able to open it. As you can see, a rather pretty looking patty. Let me do another one, quite similar again. Dust the patty stuffing machine with flour. Place the skin, 2 teaspoons full of curried fish stuffing, like that. A little egg wash. That, and close. There we go. Absolutely perfect. Now, if you don't have one of these, not a problem. Let me show you how we would do it without the machine. Simply take the skin, put 1.5 teaspoons, not a whole 2 teaspoons, because this is slightly smaller. And a little bit more, like that. Once again, egg wash on the edge of the patty skin, fold nicely over and pat down the edges, then take a fork and simply crimp it like that, and it'll give a beautiful finish to your patty. Hello and welcome back to the last part of making Sri Lankan patties. This is the really fun bit because we are about to fry them. So these are the patties that we stuffed earlier, all ready to go, and I do recommend a pair of tongs to put them into this very hot oil. As you can hear it sizzle. You can have about 2 to 3 patties in at once. Anything more than that will bring the temperature of the oil down. As you can see, they're beautifully sizzling, and when they get brown, we take them out. These are beautifully browned, and I take them out and put them on a sheet of kitchen roll to drain the oil off.